All right. Let's see. I think everything is working. Let's see. Yeah, I think everything's working. Okay, cool. What's up, guys? Welcome to this Aquarius Full Moon reading. Um, Thank you guys for your patience. I'm just gonna start shuffling while I talk. I'm gonna be doing air signs first. So that's Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini for this Aquarius full moon that we have tomorrow. So, yeah. Hope everybody's Friday is going well so far. It's just been a lot going on. You know, we have stuff going on in the world, personal, and you know, we're just. I feel like we're all just trying to like. I feel like we're all. How can I say this? I feel like we're all being. We're all in a game of tug of war. Like that's really what I feel like, and it's like the tug of war with the old versus the new. Like, you know, we know that society just is not functioning like it needs to, whether that's the workforce, you know, living situations, you know, I mean, for millennials, the prices of things, everything's like going up. Child, it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm not going to go there, but it's a lot. But we're going to get into this reading for my air signs for this Aquarius full moon. So let's see what is going on. So let's see what is going on for my air signs. For my air signs for this Aquarius full moon. Okay, what is going on for my Aquarius, Geminis, and Libras? And as you guys know, if this is your first time watching my stream for the tarot readings, I like to shuffle the first set of zodiacs, and then the rest I smudge and shuffle off camera. So we'll do air signs first. I'm thinking earth signs, fire signs, and then water signs. So in between those, I'll, you know, shuffle and smudge. And then when I get on camera, you know, we just get right back into it. So yeah. See what the message is for my air signs. Spirit guides, can help me deliver this message. My air signs needs to know what is going on for this Aquarius full moon. What is the message for this Aquarius full moon? Okay, so that's good to go. Shuffle these. Okay. What is the message for my air signs? Again, that is Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. What is the message for this Aquarius full moon? What is the message for this Aquarius full moon? What is the message for this Aquarius full moon? What is the message for this Aquarius full moon? What is the message for this Aquarius full moon that we have going on? message for this Aquarius full moon? What is the message for this Aquarius full moon? What is the message for this Aquarius full moon? What's the message for this Aquarius full moon? Okay, cards are sliding. I'll do one more shuffle. What is the message for this Aquarius full moon for my air signs? What is the message? Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. All right, that's good. And one more deck, you guys. Thank you for your patience. Okay, I know the energy takes a minute to cook. Okay, but yeah, let's see what the message is for my air signs. That is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. What is the message for this Aquarius full moon? What is the message for this Aquarius full moon? What is the message for this Aquarius full moon that we have coming up? What is the message? Ooh, okay. What is the message? And I will be using my new deck, the Light Your Way Oracle deck. I use these as clarification and also insight, to just get more insight out of the reading. For the most part, they work in that way. Sometimes the message hits, sometimes it doesn't. But the more insight, the better, right? So, let's see. What is the message? I'll do two more shuffles. What's the message for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I'll do one more. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Energy for my air signs. Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. What is the message? What is the message? Okay. All right, so everything is shuffled. If this is your first time watching my stream with my readings, I pull one card from the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck, and that sets the overall energy for the reading. And then I pull past, present, and future from the Golden Tarot deck. And then we get some more insight and clarification with the Light Your Way Oracle deck. So yeah, that's how it goes. So I'm just going to get right into it. So for this Aquarius full moon for my air signs, the overall energy is blossoming. Okay, love that, especially for my air signs, because I believe the Cancer new moon You guys were in a lot of torture, and you were, I think, yeah, you were instructed to get wisdom and stuff. So it's beautiful to see that y'all blossoming, okay? And that's a flower moon. I love it, okay? Uh, okay, air signs. This is y'all, this is y'all moon, okay? So let's get right into it. All right. And this is past. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. I'm really like happy for my air signs because y'all really was worrying me last Cancer New Moon. But in the past we had the Ten of Swords, okay? In the present we have the Emperor, all right? And in the future we have the Chariot, all right? So let's see. So yeah, I feel like, okay, with the Ten of Swords, right? You have the Ten of Swords, and the ten is a number of completion. Because it's sword energy, it deals with the mind. Um, it deals with your thoughts, your intellect, information, anything like that. And so with the Ten of Swords, you can see he has all these. Yeah, you can see he has all these swords in him, right? Um, but he also, it's almost like you're about to start a new cycle as well, right? Because when things come to a completion, and things come to an ending, there's a new cycle on the other side. And I feel like in the past, because I don't know if you recall, but with the Cancer New Moon reading, my air signs, y'all did get, I believe y'all got like a Seven of Swords, an Eight of Swords. I can't, maybe even a Nine. But like, there was a lot of sword mental torture with the Cancer New Moon for my air signs. And in the past, it's crazy how we pulled the Ten of Swords because, it's that torture is coming to an end. That's what I feel like. My air signs, the torture that you were probably going through in the past has now come to an end in the recent past. Okay, you're done torturing yourself. You're done beating yourself up. You're done with your regrets. I remember saying that, I recommend that you guys get into some books or, seek out more wisdom. That was the overall energy, was wisdom. And so with all that torture that you guys were going through, the all that torture you guys were going through, I feel like you guys got out of that, okay? By seeking the knowledge that, the universe told you to. So like I said, Ten of Swords in the past, all right? Now you have the Emperor card, and the Emperor card is, I look at the Emperor card as like a structure card, a foundation. It gives very masculine energy, father-like energy, to kind of like get it together. And it's a strong, the Emperor is strong, commanding, in charge, and just really like on his throne, and I feel like my air signs, again, that's Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. I feel like you guys are in the present moment. You're ready to set the foundation and command what you want and sit on your throne, okay? Because like I said, in the past, all that mental torture with the Ten of Swords, I feel like all that mental torture that you had in the past has recently came to an end, okay? And you're like, all right, I'm done with this. I'm done beating myself up. I'm just about to keep it pushing and go to the next, the next phase, the next cycle, okay? And you're doing that with the Emperor card, which is very like powerful, to just go straight to the Emperor card, and then in the future you have the Chariot, which I love because the Chariot card is a symbol of forward movement, progress being made, you heading towards your goals. You know, you're taking the good, the light and the dark with you on this journey to your goals and to the life that you want to have. And I believe that's why the overall energy for my air signs was blossoming, because literally you guys are blossoming from this Ten of Swords energy, and you're now blossoming into the Emperor card energy, right? And in the future, you're continuing to blossom because you have the Chariot card in the future. So you're going to continue this this journey of literally blossoming. I mean, I'm just like y'all know the readings. You know, sometimes the message is very clear. Sometimes the message we have to go super deep, but we don't have to go deep this time. And you know, I'm not gonna waste people's time. Like, the message is super clear. My air signs again, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. For this Libra full moon, the first card we pulled was blossoming. I mean, I said Libra full moon, Aquarius full moon, my bad. For this Aquarius full moon for my air signs, the first card we pulled was blossoming, okay? And that was the overall energy. And then in the past position, we pulled the Ten of Swords, all right? In the present position, we pulled the Emperor card. And in the future, we pulled the Chariot card, okay? So yeah, I'm gonna do that again just to wrap it all up, because I did not expect the message to be this clear. Like, I really was like, oh, okay, I don't have much to say. Y'all know I like to talk, and I'm like, I can't really talk, like, it's just too clear. No, but for my air signs, and that is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. For this Aquarius full moon, the first card, which is the overall energy of the reading, we pulled blossoming, okay? And I love that we pulled blossoming as the first card, because not only were my air signs instructed to find wisdom on their journey for the last Cancer new moon, but you know, there was a lot of mental torture in the past for my air signs in the past. And I know that because in the past position, we pulled the Ten of Swords. And so, like I said, the Ten of Swords is a card of, you know, 10 is the number of completion, ending. But when there is an ending and a completion, you know, there's a new cycle to begin. And so with the Ten of Swords, I feel like you're killing all of that doubt, that torture, that mental stress, and just like self-destruction, self-sabotage that you were going through in your past, air signs. I feel like with the Ten of Swords, that all is coming to an end, right? And then you're moving on to the Emperor card in the present moment. And the Emperor card is a card of structure, foundation. It's a masculine energy. It's that father-like energy where it's like, you know, you're solid, you're get it together. You're building this foundation so you can stand up and ultimately sit on your throne as well. You know, with the Emperor card, he is sitting on his throne, comfortable, making his commands. You know, wise, strong leadership. You know, that's all Emperor energy. And in the present moment, I feel like my air signs, y'all are, you know, channeling that Emperor energy, and also tying that with blossoming, right? Because between the Ten of Swords and the Emperor card, I feel like there's a blossoming energy. And especially when you have the Chariot card in the future, it's just a continued blossoming, right? Especially with the Emperor card going to the Chariot. You know, you're taking the good or the light and the dark with you and using that to power you while you power yourself to your goals and to the life you want to have, you know. And it's all under the theme of blossoming. So that's beautiful for my air signs. Like I said, I really do. I'm really happy for my air signs because y'all are blossoming. And, you know, I hate that y'all was putting yourself through the, you know, the mental torture, the regret, the doubt, and all that stuff in the past. but you you're growing from that. You're done with it. You're over it. You're tired of it. So now you're just stepping into, your grounded. You're more grounded with the Emperor energy, and I feel like you guys are ready to sit on your throne, and so you're making your way with that, especially with the Chariot card. Like I said, in the future, you guys are going to continue to blossom and make progress. So I love that for my air signs. Um, so yeah, I'm like, oh, let me, um, because the message was so clear, right? So I'm like, I'm like, do I need to really clarify much? I don't really think I do. Like the message is clear. That's the thing about me, like as a reader. Like I'm not going to, pull something out when it's like right in front of me. Like how clear can I get, right? You're done with the mental torture. You're finding your way back to your throne with the Emperor energy, right? And you're going to continue to make progress and continue to blossom. Okay, there's nothing really to get more insight about. Um, so yeah, that is what I have for my air signs. So I believe I said I was gonna do earth signs next, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So I'm going to smudge and shuffle the cards off camera, and then I will come back and do earth signs. So I will be right back, guys. Mm-mm-mm. All right, you guys, we are back with it for the Earth signs this time. That is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Um, I did go ahead and smudge and shuffle the cards, so I'm just going to get right into it for my Earth signs. Okay, so for my Earth signs, again, that's Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. For this Aquarius full moon, the overall energy is balance. All right. So, balance is what this full moon is for my earth signs. So, let's go ahead and pull the positions of past, present, and future for my earth signs. So, here we go. All right. So, in the past position, we have the Hangman. In the present position, we have the Four of Wands. And in the future, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So, let me just look at this. Okay. So in the past position, we have the Hangman, and the Hangman is a card that represents being in limbo, not really knowing what to do. You know, that could be confused. It could be confused. The Hangman is, yeah, just someone who doesn't really know what to do. He's like hanging upside down. And it kind of, even with the balance card, it gives me that balance energy with the Hangman. But yeah, the Hangman is just in limbo. He just doesn't know what to do. So in the past, I feel like my earth signs, you were in a position where you just didn't know which way things were gonna go. There could have been something, general. I feel like this is like a life general reading. So like I feel like there was something that maybe changed or happened that made you feel like now you don't know where things are gonna go. That's what I'm getting. Now moving to the Four of Wands. So with the Four of Wands, this card, 4 is the number of stability, and it's also like a foundation energy as well, especially with the wands. Wands energy is your will, your passion. It's manifesting energy. So with the Four of Wands, I feel like you want to manifest this home. 4 is also the number of family and like your home. So like I feel like in this present moment, you're wanting to, you're focused on your home life as well, and having that balance and that security. 4 is also the number of security as well, and also using that hardworking energy, because the number 4, when you're solid and there's a hardworking energy with the Four of Wands. And then in the future, you have the Eight of Pentacles. And sometimes you'll hear me say coins. So that's like, in the beginning, I almost said coins. But with the Eight of Pentacles, this is hard work. This is you working hard on whatever it is that you're working on. And whether that's your business, your projects, it could be your 9 to 5. But like I said, with the Eight of Pentacles, it's literally like a guy working, kind of like building the pinnacle. That's what he's carving out the pinnacle. So like this is you working, right? Hard work, okay? So, um, the reading really does go with the overall energy of balance because, you know, as you're at, like with the Four of Wands, you know, this is you trying to establish that home security, and you know, whether that's with family, um, and it doesn't have to be with family either. You know, just your home life that you're trying to um, manifest, and then you have the Eight of Pentacles in the future, which is you working harder, right? And you working hard in the future on your, like I said, whatever you do for work. It could also be your hobbies, but mainly whatever you do for work. And it goes along with this balance energy because, again, there is a balance that you have to have with your home life and your work life. Especially for my earth signs, because my earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, you know, y'all love to work, okay? That's one thing. One thing about Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, they're gonna work, okay? Like, they're going to make sure that they're secure. And so, you know, with anytime you're a hard worker, you have to have a solid, secure home so that you can come back to after you're done working hard because it's a balancing thing. And you guys have probably heard me say it before that, you know, balance is not a destination, balance is a journey, you know, or that's how I view balance. It's a continuing act. Um, you know, it's just not a destination, in my opinion. You know, it's because the thing with balance is, you know, if everything was the way I look at it, if everything was balanced, you know, 50-50-50, right? Nothing would get the energy to make it go forward or like more. So let's say, for instance, for example, if you own a business, right? If you give the same amount of energy, and let's say you want to do exceptional with your business, you really can't give the same energy to your home life and maybe your personal life as you would your business, right? Because everything would just be even and it wouldn't, like, the more energy you put into something, right, the more likelihood of it, like, skyrocketing in terms of like progress or yeah, I think I explained that right. Yeah, so basically, you know, if you put as much energy into your home life, into your work life, first of all, you're gonna be stressed out because I don't know who has that many hours in the day, but you know, you're gonna be tired, exhausted, stressed out because you know you just can't. We're human. You know, this world will make us believe that we're robots and that we can just go 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 go. And then the reality is that we have social media, which is a whole nother universe that we have to exist on. And you know, social media is like its own planet. So really, in real life, you know, society expects us to juggle and balance between the real world, between the social media world, and to also balance between your home life as well and your personal life. And that's a lot to balance. So that's why you have to, based on your values, right? You know, we all have our own set of values or our what am I trying to say? We all have different things that we prioritize, right? So like me, I prioritize my work more than anything. So and then for other people, you know, you could prioritize family. You know, I don't have a child. I don't have a partner right now. So like I prioritize my work because that's, or like my personal life as well, like friends and stuff like that. But other than that, you know, that's the way I choose to prioritize and balance. You know, you may prioritize family time and that's cool. You know, I'm not, nobody's judging at all. Like, prioritize what you want to prioritize. It all depends on your intention, right? If your intention is that you want to be um, the best, if your intention is that you want to have the best home life, right? Then of course you put more energy into your home life. If your intention is that you want to build the best business that you can, you put more energy into your business, right? But it's all still a balancing journey because, again, as humans, uh, especially this day and age, we have so much demand on our energy and our attention and our focus. And so we have to learn how to really balance all of that because, again, we live in the real world, social media world, home life, your personal life, your friendship circle. I mean, there's just a lot of demand. And so for my earth signs, you know, I feel like I said, in the past, you didn't really know where things were gonna go with the Hangman card. You're kind of just like in limbo, not really knowing, okay, where's this going, right? But in the present moment, you know, you're more focused on your home life and making sure, you know, that's secure and that you can stand on that to go further, right, into your manifesting and then with the Eight of Pentacles, this is you working hard and building your coin. Okay, you know, I love Pentacles. Again, you hear me say coin sometimes, but this is you continuing to work hard. Period. And it's all a balancing act. I'll say it again. You know, between between your home life, your work life, your personal life, it's a balancing journey, okay? So that's what this Aquarius full moon is saying for my earth signs. Again, that's Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And also self-care as well, you know, and balancing or fitting in that self-care for yourself as well so you can recharge and regroup to, you know, get the week started, get the month started, whatever it is that you know, are needing to put your energy in. You know, you want to recharge from that. You know, and that can be just even going outside. Like, you just want to come back and just recharge. And I feel like with that Four of Wands energy, you know, that plays a role in being able to come back home to something for my earth sign. So yeah, I'm like, let's see. I'm going to pull from the Light Your Way Tarot Oracle deck because I just want to clarify with the Hangman and the Four of Wands, just to see. But I do feel like it's very clear, right? Like, I'll go over it again and then I'll pull from here. So for my earth signs, and that is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, for the full moon in Aquarius, we pulled balance. Okay, that was the overall energy of the reading, is balance. And I'll say it again that, you know, balance from my perspective is a journey. It's not a destination. We live in a time where, you know, we have so many demands between the real world, social media world, our family, our friends, our personal life, you know, our love life. And so there's just so many demands, and I feel like, you know, with balance, we have to really juggle all of that. And, you know, there's just not enough hours in a day. So, like, some things have to be prioritized over other things. And so that all just really depends on your values and your goals as well, and your intention. You know, if your intention is to build the best business that you can, you're going to put more energy and prioritize your business. If your intention is to have the most comfortable home or the most nurturing home life, you know, you're going to put more energy and focus and attention into aspects that deal with the home. So it's whatever you want it to be, or, you know, whatever you value the most. It's up to you. but that's just, like I said, the journey that we have living in this day and age, this era, where we're just flooded with so many demands. It's almost like a tug of war, right, on our energy, on our attention. So in the past position, we pulled the Hangman. In the present position, we pulled the Four of Wands, and in the future, we pulled the Eight of Pentacles, right? So in the past position, my Earth signs, I feel like something happened in the past, and then like in a recent past, you've been in this limbo phase, like not really knowing what's gonna happen. You're just like, okay, I'll see, what's gonna give. I don't really know, is what my Earth signs are kind of going through, especially with this Aquarius full moon. And then in the present, we have the Four of Wands, and four is the number of security, stability, and Wands energy is like manifesting energy. It's your will, your passion, and so with the Four of Wands, my Earth signs, you guys are in the present moment making sure that your home life is good, that your home life is secure, you're stable, you're able to build off of this security at home, and ultimately you have a place to go back to as well, as you're balancing, because like I said, balancing is a journey. When you are balancing everything, you need you need a place to be secure and come back to. So, as we wake up every day, right, and we start our days and we get the day going, we're constantly juggling and balancing between emails, text messages, notifications on our phone, and meetings and stuff like that, going to pick up the kids. You're constantly balancing between all of that, and you want to make sure that at the end of the day you have something solid to come back to recharge from all of that balancing that you've been doing throughout the day. And then in the future, like I said, with the Eight of Pentacles, this is you working hard again at your business, your 9 to 5, whatever it is that you put in work. This is you putting in the work. So again, along with that balancing energy, you're balancing between the Four of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles, right? So as you continue to balance, like I said, in the present moment, you're making sure that you have the foundation to be able to balance, right? Because if you don't have the foundation I feel like if you don't have the foundation necessary to be able to balance between all of these things, all of these demands, it's gonna be challenging. I won't say you can't do it, but you want to have a place that you can recharge at the end of the day, and be at peace, and come back to, and just, even if that means like being in silence, sometimes you just want to, it makes me think of like when people sit in the car when they get home and you sit in the car for like, 10-15 minutes, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna go, like, it's kind of like that energy where you're just like, I want to come back home to stillness, and I don't want to hear anybody. Like you want to recharge, and I feel like you need that when you're constantly balancing everything, because again, you need a place to recharge, especially if you're an empath, or you're energy sensitive, the world, if the world, I ain't gonna say if the world, but if society, if you get tired just by being out with people, okay, you need a place to recharge. So that is the message that I'm getting for my Earth signs for this Aquarius full moon. So yeah, I'm just going to pull, I'm going to pull for the Hangman, and I'll pull for the Four of Wands as well. So let's see. Okay. 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 So for the first card, we pulled that paired with the Hangman. We pulled. It says, close your eyes, put your hands on your heart, breathe in for 4, breathe out for 6. Feel the energy expand in your heart space. Feel yourself come into your body. Okay. Look, I think we should try it, right? Cause okay, let's do it. Like breathe in for 4, breathe out for 6. Feel the energy. Okay, let's do it. Okay, I'm gonna do it one more time. So let's breathe in for 4. All right, I really like that we pulled that because, and I think about it. Feel yourself come into your body. When you're in the hangman energy, there can be some tension, there can be some anxiety, because you're in limbo, you don't know, okay? And, that can cause your body to be tense. And so to come back into the body when you are in limbo, I think is very important as well. I love that. Spirit be knowing. And then for the 4 of Wands, we pulled I shed dead leaves and welcome new growth. Okay, so I love that because again with the 4 of Wands, again there's 2 people, man and a woman, and they're handling food, and they're like, and it's again it goes with this home uh, being this growth type energy, and again it says I shed dead leaves and welcome new growth. So I feel like yeah, you guys are welcoming in um, new a new energy when it comes to your home life. And again, you're making sure that you have that security so that you can continue balancing everything that you have going on for my earth signs. And this is something new, like I said, this is I feel like this is something that you're prioritizing, is making sure that you have this structure, this foundation, so that you can continue to grow. And if your home wasn't like that before, this is a new opportunity for you to get it in alignment with that, right? Like if your home was a chaos before, now in the present moment you're like, no, like this needs to be a foundation for me to come back and recharge. This doesn't need to be a house of chaos and drama. I want to come back home and be peace. I want to come back home and have silence and stillness and serenity. So I love that. And like I said, especially with the 8 of Pentacles in the future, um, because your home is going to have that energy, right? You're going to be able to have new growth, especially with the 8 of Pentacles in the future. So yeah, Earth signs, y'all are, y'all learning how to balance. The focus during this full moon is balance. Because my Earth signs, like I said, my Earth signs know how to work. Okay, one thing about a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, they gonna work. Okay, so like I said, and I'll say it again, we live in a time when we just have to juggle so many things. And so, my earth signs, you guys are making sure that, your home life is settled and good so that you can continue to grow, continue to build, continue to work on, whatever it is that you're prioritizing these days. So that is the message I have for my earth signs. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and smudge and shuffle, um, and I'm going to do. I think I said, yeah, fire signs. I'm gonna do fire signs next. So I will be right back. right. So we are back with the reading for this Aquarius full moon for my fire signs. That is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So I'm just gonna get right into the reading. I'm just trying to make sure. Okay, cool. All right. So the energy, the overall energy for this Aquarius full moon for my fire signs, that is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, the overall energy is protection. All right. Protection is the energy for this Aquarius full moon. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and pull the positions, past, present, and future. So here we go. Okay. Okay. So in the past position, we have the Temperance card. And the or I'm sorry, the Lord, the Empress. I'm sorry, yeah, Empress. Sorry. In the past position, we have the Empress card. Okay. In the present, we have the Death card. All right. And in the future, we have the Hermit. So, I'm just looking at this. Empress, okay. And then the Death card present. Then we have to go further inside. Okay, so I'm like looking at okay, so like I'm trying to get the message, but like, and I think I got it. So in the past with the Temperance, I mean with the Empress card, you know, the Empress card is a card of fertility. It's a card of growth as well. Something being born, birthing something new for my fire signs in the past. And like I said, it's that nurturing, you know, nature, bringing something being born or birthing in a new existence or something like that. That's the energy with the Empress in the past, right? Now, in the present moment, we have the Death card, and the Death card represents transformation, you know, a renewal, you know, a rebirth. But, you know, you're transforming with the Death card, and, you know, you could kill off so many things. It could be a death of perspective, a death of, you know, habits, a death of your old life. But I feel like, especially because we have the Empress card in the past, and you're giving that, I feel like you've birthed something with my fire signs in the past, and so now you're transforming according to whatever you birthed in the past, right? You're killing off and you're getting rid of what no longer is going to work, okay, with this thing that you birthed in the past, right? And in the future, you have the Hermit. So the Hermit is an energy of going within, seeking more information, and just kind of going. You could visualize it as like going inside of a cave, and doing the work, doing the being by yourself type of energy. And it does, I feel like it does go along with this protection energy. It's a waning crescent, and I feel like, you know, whatever it is that you birthed in the past for my fire signs, I feel like you're on a journey to build, like, you, the journey between it being birth and you feeling comfortable to come out and share this. I feel like that's this journey. Like you're protecting whatever it is that you birth, and so one of those forms of protection is to get rid of and kill off whatever it is that is not serving you, um, and what isn't in alignment with what it is that you birthed right in the past, and after you've killed off those things, right? I feel like the Hermit card in the future is you going inside and doing some more work, some more research, gaining more information about what it pertains to what you birth. Okay, um, and again, the overall energy is this protection energy for my fire signs, and I think that, like I said, and even which, you guys, I love the imagery of the protection card because it's literally like it's a bird that's hovered over a woman in a basket. The woman is in the fetal position. The woman is in a fetal position as if she's being born. Like as if she's in the womb or she's being born. And so again, with this Empress energy, with the protection card, you've birthed something in the past, fire signs. And so, like I said, with this protection, with the overall energy for this Aquarius full moon, you birthed it and you're watching over it. And, again, in the past you birthed it. In the present moment, you have the death card. And I feel like you're getting rid of and killing what needs to be killed so that you can maintain whatever it is that you birthed in the past, in the recent past, especially, again, this protection energy. You're getting rid of things that could harm what it is that you birthed, right? And you're killing that off with the death card in the present. All this protection energy, I love it. And then in the future, you're going inside and you're doing the work and you're getting as much information, so that you can come out of that how can I say it? So you can come out. It's think of it as like you can come out with a shell, right? Like you can come out and be ready to. It's almost like a baby. Think about it just like a baby, right? Like a baby's born, and usually, if I'm not mistaken, you're not really supposed to bring a baby out until, or like out in the public like that, until like a few weeks or months, I think sometimes. So it's similar with the Hermit as far as like going in, being shielded from the world, no distractions, just you and the universe and what you birthed in the past, and you're just gaining more information on that, and just building your shell. I feel like with the Hermit, and the Hermit also gives the energy, of a journey as well. The guy is holding his lamp, which I think symbolizes the light, and he's kind of like looking down, the mountain, and he is. I feel like he's looking, and he's like, he just, it's a going within energy, okay, with the Hermit. So yeah, I love this energy for my fire signs. Yeah, you guys definitely birthed something in the past, okay, and like I said, you're doing the work that needs to be done, by killing off whatever would be a threat um, to whatever you birth. So that could be drama, that could be you know that could be people as well. That could be toxic people in your life that you've birthed this new thing in your life, and you're like, okay, I don't want this type of energy around X, Y, or Z, right? And so you're killing off in the present moment what needs to be killed off, okay? And this is your form of protection. Like I said, this protection energy is overall for my fire signs for this Aquarius full moon. And in the future, you're going to be going inward to continue doing the work aligning with this protection energy. So I love that for my fire signs. I'm like, that's very, very clear. Do I need? I'll pull for the Hermit card, because I feel like the Empress and the Death card is definitely so clear that, right, like the energy is protection, okay, because you birth something, you have something that you want to protect now, and so in the present moment you're getting rid of and killing anything that would be a threat to whatever you birthed in the past. So that's clear. So, but with this Hermit energy, I just want to see where this is going. So I'm going to pull for the Hermit. And we pulled, what no longer serves you that you are hanging on to, can you let it go? That is crazy. I'm going to read it again. It says, what no longer serves you that you are hanging on to, can you let it go? And this is paired with the Hermit. So, like I said, the Hermit is that energy of going inside and asking yourself the hard questions. Are you hanging on to something? And can you let it go? Because again, you're overall, right now, you're in the present moment, you're getting rid of things that will be a threat to what you birthed in the past. So, I feel like the Hermit card is this continued energy of the Death card. And I'm like thinking of something similar, like a visual. So like, this can be when you want to change, right? Or you want to be on a new path. I'll speak on my personal experience. I used to kind of like block everybody out when I was going through my transformations. And I wasn't consciously doing it, but I would change my number all the time. When I was going through these periods of rebirth, I would change my number, and slowly but surely I would start to give my number out more and more when I felt like I was ready to stand in the new space that I was in. If I was to, I felt like if I gave everybody my number, as soon as I changed it, people would just call and text and just, but I know that I wasn't ready yet to stand, so it would just, I just wanted to be in a bubble, and I just wanted to keep growing, and to the point where I felt like, okay, I can stand in this new space that I'm in without having, whatever somebody says to me, whatever somebody does to me, it won't affect me because I'm in this new space firmly, if that makes sense. So I feel like, especially with the visual, with the protection card, like I said, she's in a fetal position, she's being watched over, okay? And that happens when you go through the Death card energy. You are in this fragile phase, okay? And you're building that hard skin so that you can come out stronger. Like I said, doesn't matter what anybody says or does, you have that tough skin to do and to say and to be who it is you want to be, no matter what anybody says or does. And with the Hermit, I feel like that's that continued energy of the Death card. So, So yeah, that is the message for my fire signs. I'll go over it again just to recap. So, for my fire signs for this Aquarius full moon, that is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, the overall energy we pulled was protection. Okay, that was the first card we pulled was protection. In the past position, we pulled the Empress. Okay, in the uh, present position, we pulled the Death card, and in the future, we pulled the Hermit card. And the message that I got was that my fire signs, you guys gave birth to something in the recent past. You know, the Empress card is fertility, nurturing, some mother like energy. Um, and so, this is your past, you giving birth to something. And I know I know that you guys gave birth to something because even with the protection card, there's a mother bird hovering over a human, and the human, she's in like the fetal position, so she's like a baby, right? I'm a, she's literally like a baby, and so, I love how just the imagery resonates and is aligned with the Empress card, because like I said, Empress card is fertility, birth, birthing, and so you guys are wanting to protect what it is that you recently gave birth to, and so then you move on to the Death card in the present position, and with the Death card, I feel like you guys are, the Death card is a symbol for transformation, rebirth, and I feel like you guys are killing off what would be a threat to whatever it is that you gave birth to. And this is also a form of protection, right? You know, let's say, for instance, hypothetically, if you have a toddler, right? Or actually a baby. Let's go with the baby, right? Because the baby, right? So if you just had a baby and you used to be able to be around people who smoke cigarettes, let's say, but now you can't be around people that smoke cigarettes because you have your baby, and obviously you want to protect your baby. So now you're like, okay, well, we can't really hang out, because I don't want to be smelling like smoke when I come around my baby. I don't want my baby to be catching secondhand smoke. So yeah, we're gonna have to figure it out. And if that means that we don't hang out, then again, you're willing to do what you have to do to protect, okay, what it is you birth. So, and that could also look like, maybe, you could give birth to a lot of things, right? It could be birth in terms of like an actual human birth. It could be a birth to a new idea, a new project, a new mindset, whatever it is that you gave birth to. You want to get rid of anything that would be a threat to it. So like if it's a project, you would want to, and you're used to having people around you that maybe say negative things or just have this negative energy when it comes to, new projects that you are birthing. You're going to want to kill these people off. You're going to be like, all right, I know we used to be cool, and I allowed you to have this negative energy towards what I got going on, but I can't really deal with it no more. It's not going to be healthy for what it is that I just birthed. And so you're going to kill off that relationship. And so again, that's a form of you protecting what it is that you birth. And then you have the Hermit card in the future, which I think is a continuation of this death energy, because you are killing off. I mean, because you killed off and you went through this rebirthing. The Hermit card is you getting stronger, going inside. I think of like a person going inside of a cave, and so you are continuing to do the work that you need to do with this protection energy. I mentioned earlier how when I was younger, without even being conscious of it, you know, I would always change my number, and people would be like, "Why do you always?" And I'm like, I couldn't really explain it, but I just felt like when I was going through transformations and I was wanting to be a different person, I would change my number, and then slowly but surely I would give it out. But I didn't want everybody to have my number because I felt like I needed to build myself to the point where I could withstand, you know, anything somebody said or did that would try to like bring me back to the past. So, you know, I feel like with the Hermit card and the Death card, you know, this is with the Hermit card, this is you continuing to build that skin, that tough skin, so that you can be out here, and not have to. N- so you can be out here and know that nothing can be a threat to what you birth, right? Because you have to protect, you know, you have to protect your space, okay, your energetic field. Like I do recall I was having a conversation with my dad, and you know he's like I told him once we had one conversation where he was like I told him like don't put that in my atmosphere, you know, that's what I'll tell people. So on another conversation we had, he was like, oh yeah, don't let me put that in your atmosphere. So like, you know, you have to, I say that to say that you have to guard your atmosphere. And um you know, with this Hermit card, I feel like this is you uh gaining the strength to be able to do that. And again, this all ties in with the protection energy. So, so yeah, that is the message for my fire signs. Um, I'm going to do my water signs next. So I'm going to smudge and shuffle, and then we will do the water signs. That is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, and then that will conclude the Aquarius full moon reading for today. So I will be right back. Um, yeah. All right. All right, guys. So I am back to do the reading for the water signs. That's Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So for this Aquarius full moon, for my water signs, the overall energy is extremes. All right. Hot moon, okay? for this Aquarius full moon. So let's go ahead and pull the positions of past, present, and future. So we have okay, okay. So in the past position, we have the Knight of Swords. All right. In the present position, we have the Magician card, and in the future, we have the Wheel of Fortune card. So let me just see. Extremes. Let me give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, cool. I am back. I wanted to grab with the Queen of the Moon Oracle. They come with a book, and I wanted to um, see what it says about this one because I haven't got this one. Mm, okay. Um, all right. So yeah, I'm like most cards I can kind of like tell and read off of, but I haven't gotten extremes as much. So I'm like making sure I tell you guys what's up to go with the message. So it says the hot moon challenges us to build our resilience and reserves of wisdom and calm for those times where things are at extremes. It reminds us that developing grace under pressure is worth its weight in gold, and that even these extremes in time will pass. So I love that. Learn how to handle crisis with calm and resilience. Seeking balance is superior to seeking extremes. Um, I love that. So yeah, basically, you know, um, for my water signs, for my water signs, as the card said, it's the resilience and having grace and being calm as things are chaotic. Um, and I feel like, for my water signs, there could be this energy of chaos or things just reaching its tipping point. Um, and you guys are being asked to remain calm and collected during this time. Now, with the uh, with the Knight of Swords in the past, the Knight is considered the action card. It's the mature version of the Page, and so with the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords. Sword energy is mental. the mind, thoughts, ideas. Um, I feel like my water signs, you guys, um, have this new idea or vision uh, in the past, and so you're working on that new idea and vision in your recent past, and in the present moment you have the Magician card, and the Magician card is a card that uh, symbolizes that you have all the tools you need. Okay, the Magician, he's a manifester. It's a really powerful card. My favorite card of the tarot. But the Magician card, he has all the tools. He has the Pentacles, he has the Cups, he has the Wand, and he has the Sword. And so the Magician card also gives the energy of, you know, as above, so below, and also the the just having the power to manifest whatever it is you want, and you are in control. You have the universe backing you up. That's the energy with the Magician card, right? And then in the future, you have the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune is a card of you know cycles coming to an end. Anything is possible in this moment, and so um, I'm looking and I'm like, okay, so I'm feeling like I'm getting the message, and I'm feeling like with the Knight of Swords, I feel like in the past, this new idea or this new mindset that you're taking action towards with the Knight, I feel like the universe is telling you that with this Aquarius Full Moon that you have everything you need in order to um, bring to fruition whatever it is that you want. And because we have the extremes as the first card, I feel like this extreme energy is be careful or to be aware. I feel like this is like a to bring into our consciousness from our water signs that there can be some extremes, especially my water signs. Water signs are more emotionally charged, so there can even be some extreme mood swings. Even there can be some feeling out of whack or just being like extremely moody, and this can be your response to whatever's going on in your life. So I just feel like the universe wants you to be aware of that, so you don't allow it to take you out of who you are. You don't allow it to take you out of your body, your character, your spirit. Because it's easy to be, when somebody is giving us chaos and giving us drama, it's easy to tap into that energy as well and think that we have to go back and forth, and you don't. Like you can continue and not entertain whatever it is that is trying to disrupt you. And that's why I feel like the universe is telling you that on your journey of bringing things to fruition and the next cycle that you're going into, I feel like the universe is telling you that there's going to be energies and things out there that's trying to disrupt you, and you have to know how to be resilient against it, and really just be calm, be peaceful, and don't let it take away your power. That is the message I'm getting with this reading. Yeah, because you have the Magician in the present, like I said, powerful card, and then you have the Wheel of Fortune in the future, which like I said, with the Wheel of Fortune, you're completing a cycle, and anything is possible. You're optimistic, and I feel like again the universe is telling you that with this extremes, that just to be on the lookout, and to be aware that um, once you start doing this, you know, people conscious or sub or unconscious, you know, are going to try to disrupt you. Okay. Now, y'all know, like I said, if the message is super clear, I don't gotta pull, but I'm gonna pull for this one. I think I'm gonna pull for um, the past and maybe the future. Actually, I probably will pull for all of them. So here we go. Okay. Okay. I like that. All right. So for the past position, we pulled tidy up, sort out your wardrobe, clear underneath your bed, make space for new energy to flow. And I love that pairing with the Knight of Swords because, again, you know, the Knight of Swords is that energy flowing. You know that the idea to flow. Like I said, the Knight of Swords could be the action with you and a new idea, a new perspective, but that energy is flowing because again, swords energy is the mind. It's your, you know, I will say a little bit of your emotions because just a little bit. But you know, you're in your head, right? And with the sword energy, you're in your head. But um, you know, he even the imagery, he's like, I have the sword. It's just like, you know, you're decisive. Um, you're making sure the energy flows. Okay, um, and then with the present position, we paired it. We pulled. Do you have any old habits you need to get rid of? Take a step today towards dropping unhealthy coping mechanisms. Um, and again, I'll read it again. It says, do you have any old habits you need to get rid of? Take a step today towards dropping unhealthy coping mechanisms. So, with my water sign, you know, it's like, I feel like, how do you deal with things when things get hot? Okay, when things are extreme, when things are, you know, at its tipping point, how do you respond? Do you respond? Like, what's your coping mechanism? You know, do you turn to sex? Do you turn to drugs? Do you turn to escapism? You know, how do you deal with um, when things get hot? Okay. But with the magician card, pairing it, you know, you still have all the tools. The universe is telling you that you have all the tools to be able to deal with those moments that feel extreme and that, you know, when people try to disrupt you, you know, you have the tools to combat that. And so that's that for the present. Now, for the future, we paired and we pull. It says, your past does not define you. Choose who you are today. And I love that because it kind of goes along with the idea of the Wheel of Fortune card um, because like I said earlier, you know, the Wheel of Fortune is anything is possible. A cycle is being completed. So when it says your past does not define you, choose who you are today. I feel like that's a part. The choose who you are today is a part of that new cycle. Okay, that's what I want to say. Is that the you were who you were in the past, and you're done with that cycle. So now choose the cycle that you want to start. Okay, that's gonna be in your future. So yeah, I can kind of see. I can kind of see how the universe is just wanting to. I feel like it's almost like a check in with the water signs, okay, for this Aquarius full moon. I feel like there could be just like a lot of, um, especially with the aspects with this Aquarius full moon, you know, there are some aspects with Chiron, and yeah, there's some aspects with Chiron and Saturn as well. So Chiron's is about wounds and specifically wounds that need to be healed or acknowledged. Um, and when you're going through that Chiron energy, there can be some things that can be disruptive. It could get extreme, like I said, mood swings, especially dealing with wounds and my water signs. So it's like, how do you deal with all of that? How do you deal with your wounds coming up to be examined and to be healed? How do you deal with it? What tools do you use? But like I said, you have all the tools that you need with the Magician card in the present to deal with this um, in a way that doesn't harm you or take you out of who you are. For my water signs. Um, but yeah, this Aquarius full moon is hot. Okay, like the universe, the cards, they got a message right now for my water signs. Like the Cancer new moon, right? The Cancer new moon, my water signs. I remember my water signs for the Cancer new moon. Y'all was on top. Okay, y'all had a beautiful, favorable reading, right? And the air signs, they was going through torture. They was going through torture, and I just told them they was going through torture. So, I'm like, maybe it's reverse because this Aquarius full moon, my water signs are just being reminded that, when things get intense and when things get hot, how do you deal with it? And I think that's very important too because, as you continue through different cycles, right, with the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like it's important to learn or to learn and to know how to deal with things that try to disrupt your spirit, try to disrupt your energy, disrupt your journey and your path. Because as I've said in my previous videos before, like we're living in a very intense time. We're being flooded with so much information. We're being flooded with so much hate, whether that's online. Most of it is from our phone, right? If we did not have our phone and we did not, a lot of it is through the news and through, media as well. But like a lot of it is just through our phone. And, even I know Instagram just came out with a new option to filter out, harmful content or something like that. So, it's like people don't understand that their posts sometimes is very triggering. We do a lot of triggering online. And, I feel like it's like that. What tools do you use to combat that? And in my book, Alchemize Your Human Experience, we do give you affirmations and techniques on how to combat when you do feel triggered. Especially, you could be, like I said, those mood swings can be anger. You could be angry and, you have to learn how to deal with that so that you don't allow it to take you down a different path that obviously you don't want, right? So, yeah, my water signs, it just was not your moon. It was just not your moon. But again, it's not, I don't really believe in good and bad. I just believe in what the message is, and I value whatever the message is, whether it's favorable or not, you need the light in the dark. Like, it is what it is. So, yeah, I will recap it, and then we'll be done. So, for this Aquarius full moon for my water signs, the first card we pulled was extremes. All right, hot moon. And so in the past position we pulled the Knight of Swords. In the present position we pulled the Magician card, and in the future we pulled the Wheel of Fortune. So, um, with these pools, you know, the overall message is, how do my water signs handle when things get to a boiling point? How do you handle being disrupted? As you're on your journey in life, there's going to be energies and things that are sent to disrupt you. You know, we're constantly being flooded with information that is upsetting, and through various channels, right? And I feel like the universe is like, you know, water signs. How do y'all deal with that? Because water signs are more emotionally charged. You know, do are you aware of your mood swings? Are you how do you deal with it? Like, and the universe is reminding you to deal with these things with peace, with grace, with calmness. Don't allow yourself to get thrown out of your spirit and your body because things are extreme, and things get chaotic. Water signs, you want to be the peace through the storm, and just be this, like that I'm good. Like, no matter what you say or no matter what happens, I'm gonna be peace. That's the message that I'm getting for my water signs for this Aquarius full moon. And I feel like, with the Knight of Swords, the Knight um, is the action, is the mature version of the page. And so with the Knight, you're taking action towards this new idea. Like, I feel like there's a new idea or perspective that you're, swording into your reality. And the universe is telling you that you have all the tools that you need in the present moment with the Magician card. You're powerful, and even your emotions. You have the tools to deal with these things. Okay, because a lot of people don't. When things get, look, when shit hits the fan, everybody can't deal with things the same way, right? Like, long story short, I used to be a CNA and for hospice, and I had a patient who would literally kind of like pass and come back. Like, he would just pass out, no heartbeat, but then he would come back. And there was so many times when I was like holding his hand as he was passing out, and I would be holding his hand, and then he'll come back. So it's almost like he was like dying and then coming back. It was a real surreal thing, but like, I was holding his hand the entire time, and I'm calm. I'm just like, come on, come back, come on, come back. And his son was like freaking out. His son is calling 911, the ambulance, like firefighters, like, which I allowed him to do. I wasn't, I didn't let him distract me. I allowed him to do whatever he was doing in the background. But I was still there with my patient and just holding his hand and just being calm. And so, and CNA hospice will teach you that, I feel like. So that's what I mean, when stuff is extreme. That's extreme for somebody to like literally kind of like die on you, and then you're just like still holding their hand, and then they come back. And this is a normal thing. So how do you deal with that? Are you calm? Are you would you freak out? Would you escape it? Would you go do drugs? Like, that is an example of when things get extreme. You're talking about life and death, okay? And my patient's son had some type of like anxiety disorder, so he freaked out about any little thing. Obviously, his dad passing away and coming back is very scary, but he would freak out about anything. And so I really had to be just like peace while his anxiety would act up, right? I couldn't let that affect my patient. who I'm there to care for, right? But anywho, yeah, that's just like the example that I wanted to give. And then also, you know, like if somebody is antagonizing you, how do you respond to that? Do you go back and forth with them? Do you allow them to get you riled up? Or do you just continue being who you are and you're just like, I'm not going to entertain it. You want to be mad, that's cool, but I'm going to be good over here in peace. So that is like kind of like the message that I'm getting for my water signs with this Aquarius full moon is really just a check in to see and to make sure that you are aware of how do you deal with these things as you continue to move through your journey of evolution. So yeah, that is all I have for my water signs. So that really wraps it up, you guys, for this Aquarius full moon tarot reading. And yeah, if you guys have any questions or need more clarity, definitely I'm definitely open in the DMs, and I'll do my best to respond back as soon as possible. So I just want to thank everybody for joining me for this tarot reading. I think there's some really good messages in here. So yeah, I will see you guys next time for the new moon.